While the hype around Google's Gemini 3-powered anti-gravity is hard to miss, a closer technical look tells a very different story. Once you move past the marketing, flashy demos, and bold claims, anti-gravity begins to resemble a high-risk, high-reward black box. It can be powerful, of course, but it's also unpredictable, and that matters. To be fair, anti-gravity is still in its preview phase, and improvements are likely coming. But for serious developers, it'll be better later isn't a plan. It's a risk. The real question isn't whether anti-gravity might improve someday. The real question is whether it's worth your time, trust, and workflow at this moment. We published some articles comparing anti-gravity with the likes of Cursor and Windsurf on our blog, and we can see a clear pattern. Big ideas, impressive first impressions, but growing concerns around control, transparency, and reliability once you start using it seriously. Today, we're taking that analysis one step further. In this video, anti-gravity goes head-to-head with Claude Code, one of the most trusted coding assistants among professional developers. So in this video, we're cutting through the noise. Let's see which one actually deserves a place in your workflow. Before anything else, it's important to set expectations. Claude Code is not free. To use it, you need a Claude subscription, either Claude Pro at around $17 per month, or Claude Max at roughly $100 per month. That pricing alone already tells you who this tool is built for: developers doing serious work, not casual experimentation. Claude Code isn't your typical autocomplete tool or browser-based chat box, though a web version does exist. At its core, it's an agent-style coding assistant that runs in your terminal and plugs directly into your existing development workflow. It connects directly to your IDE, understands entire codebases, and reasons about project structure, not just one file at a time. Claude Code can move through dependencies, understand how different parts of a project interact, and take real action. It can run tests, help debug problems, and suggest coordinated changes across multiple files using agent-driven search. It also integrates smoothly with tools developers already rely on, including GitHub, GitLab, test frameworks, build systems, and standard CI pipelines. Most importantly, developers stay in control. Claude Code doesn't make silent changes behind your back. It proposes edits, explains what it plans to do, and waits for explicit approval before applying anything. That makes it predictable, reviewable, and much easier to trust in real production environments. Anthropic's own documentation is very clear on intent. Claude Code is built for real software engineering, not quick demos or toy projects. It works across multiple programming languages, handles routine fixes and refactors, and can even generate test cases, all while staying inside the tools developers already use. And this isn't just theory. Claude Code is being closely followed across the industry and is already seeing real-world adoption. Anti-gravity takes a very different, and far more ambitious, approach. It presents itself as an agent-first, AI-powered IDE, built around autonomous agents that can plan, write, test, and validate code with minimal human involvement. By default, it runs on Google's Gemini 3 Pro, with optional support for models like Claude Sonnet 4.5 and GPT-OSS. The message is clear: anti-gravity isn't trying to assist developers, it's trying to replace large parts of the development process. And that's the key difference. Where Claude Code adds intelligence on top of your existing workflow, anti-gravity attempts to become the workflow itself. It gives agents deep access to your IDE, terminal, browser, and build systems, and then runs multiple agents in parallel to get work done faster. These agents can even control browser interfaces directly, clicking through UIs, testing features, and capturing screenshots automatically. On paper, that level of autonomy sounds incredibly powerful. In theory, you just describe a goal, and anti-gravity figures out the requirements, writes the code, runs the tests, and verifies the results end-to-end. No constant hand-holding. No step-by-step guidance. But ambition on paper doesn't always translate to reliability in practice. This distinction really matters. Claude Code is human-centered by design. Developers stay in the loop, approve changes, and guide progress one step at a time. Anti-gravity, on the other hand, is autonomy first. Its agents make decisions with fewer checkpoints and operate across multiple environments with minimal oversight. And while fewer checkpoints can feel freeing at first, they stop feeling liberating the moment something goes wrong, and you realize you don't have an easy undo button. This is where real-world user reports become impossible to ignore. Multiple independent developers across forums and social platforms have shared concerning experiences with anti-gravity's autonomous behavior. In some cases, agents ran destructive system commands that wiped drives or corrupted entire projects, failures that were difficult to recover from even with backups in place. Security researchers have raised similar red flags. Antigravity's default configurations can give agents too much control, allowing them to execute terminal commands, access sensitive files, or bypass safeguards when given carefully crafted inputs. These aren't theoretical risks, they're structural ones. By contrast, Claude Code takes a far more conservative approach. It requires explicit user approval before making changes and avoids autonomous command execution unless the developer clearly intends it. That design adds friction, but it also dramatically reduces the risk of accidental damage. And for many developers, that trade-off, slower, safer, and more predictable, ends up being the difference between a tool you experiment with and one you actually trust. So, Antigravity and Claude Code are not equal choices, and they're not trying to be. Claude Code is built around predictability, correctness, and tight integration with existing developer workflows. It works the way developers already think about code, and it requires clear, explicit approval before any changes are made. That's a conservative design by choice, and it aligns well with professional engineering standards where reliability matters more than novelty. Antigravity pushes in the opposite direction. It aims for maximum autonomy, using agent orchestration, browser control, and parallel task execution to move fast and do more with less human input. That ambition is exciting, but it comes with real trade-offs. Reports of destructive behavior, security concerns, and inconsistent outcomes make antigravity a much more experimental option today. For most serious developers and engineering teams, Claude Code is simply the safer and more dependable choice right now. It boosts productivity without asking you to give up control or visibility over your code. Antigravity may appeal to explorers and early adopters who are comfortable taking risks in exchange for cutting-edge automation, but its autonomy-first model still needs stronger safeguards before it belongs in critical production environments. That said, if neither extreme fits what you're looking for, there's a third path worth considering, a cloud-based IDE that supports multiple models, GPT, Claude, Gemini, and more, while keeping developers firmly in control. If you want flexibility without the risk, that approach may be the smartest move. Get started with the link below. And as always, thanks for watching.